Hey, what is up, everyone? One of the most common questions I get all of the time is, hey, which platform is better? TryHackMe or Hack the Box? It's the age-old question, and I just happen to be wearing a TryHackMe shirt. And first, let me just begin by saying I'm a fan of both of the platforms. I love both TryHackMe and I love Hack the Box, and I think both have unique strengths and both have unique weaknesses as well. And let's just begin with Hack the Box. I'll share my screen. Here is the main Hack the Box platform, and I do have a VIP subscription to Hack the Box so I can have access to all the retired machines because I live stream it pretty often, and I'm not allowed to live stream active machines. And that's the first, I don't know if you would consider it a weakness, but the first kind of drawback to Hack the Box, at least if you're a content creator and you enjoy live streaming. Hack the Box is not as live stream friendly as TryHackMe is. So on TryHackMe, for example, when they did the Red Team Challenge Room, I received permission from TryHackMe to live stream the entire thing as I was working through it. The active machines do have, I think, a 72-hour pause, but after 72 hours, you're able to release walkthroughs and live streams on the rooms, and I really enjoyed that from the place of TryHackMe because it allows me to create a lot of content and learn alongside of people. Hack the Box, on the other hand, has a lot of great active machines, and those are the free machines, but you are not allowed to stream or write blog posts about the active machines. Now, I totally get why you're not allowed to do that, but it is in some ways a little bit silly to me. I think that Hack the Box could have a more lenient policy because let's be real, it's the internet. On almost every active machine, so if I go over to active machines right now, I can almost guarantee you each one of these active machines, if you just type them into Google and type Hack the Box walkthrough, there are walkthroughs out there everywhere. But people like me who are legit, who use my real name, Tyler Ramsby, very easy for Hack the Box to find me. I can't make any walkthroughs. I can't teach on any of these machines because I will get my Hack the Box account banned and I'll probably get a copyright strike on my YouTube channel. So the one downside of Hack the Box is that it's not live stream friendly, not content creator friendly in that way. But let's talk about the plus side of Hack the Box. One of the things I really enjoy about Hack the Box is the standalone machines on Hack the Box are amazing, both the retired machines and the active machines. TryHackMe, on the other hand, if we switch over to TryHackMe, some of the standalone releases are very CTF-y and very puzzly. So I'll just give you an example, a very recent one, UA High School. And if the creator of this room is watching this, I apologize. But here is a very recent TryHackMe standalone machine, and it's a little bit silly, very CTF-y, very puzzly, something you will never see in the real world. Long story short, there's a PHP page that you have to fuzz for command.id, and you discover that, hey, there's a command parameter that you can run commands on, but it only base64s the input. Base64 encodes it, so you have to base64 decode the input. You eventually have an image on the homepage. You have to download the image, fix the image, and then there's a SSH password hidden in the image via steganography. Just absolute silliness to me. Very CTF-y, very puzzly, very much not real world. And unfortunately, with TryHackMe standalone machines, I have noticed so many of the standalone machines follow this similar puzzly, CTF-y, steganography, decrypt a weird freaking crypto key to get the flag. That drives me absolutely insane. Hack the Box, on the other hand, that doesn't happen. And I read a really good blog post, I think it was by IPSec, and he was talking about how he got into Hack the Box, and he made a point of explaining what Hack the Box has in place when they accept standalone machines. And one of their big things is they do not accept machines that are CTF-y. They do not accept a steganography machine. That UA High School machine would never, ever, ever get accepted over at Hack the Box. So the quality of the standalone machines on Hack the Box are significantly better than the standalone machines on TryHackMe, at least from my experience as a pen tester in the field. Now, other people enjoy the CTF puzzly stuff, like John Hammond, for example. He's good at those, and I think he enjoys them. And when you go to like DEF CON and do CTFs, that's how they are. I hate them, probably because I suck at them, but also because they're not realistic. I like more realistic machines. So when it comes to standalone machines, Hack the Box definitely wins in that way. On Hack the Box, the other downside, once again, we're going to talk about a downside of Hack the Box, is the price. So to get full access to all the Hack the Box content, you need a Hack the Box VIP sub. So that's on this platform right here on app.hackthebox.com. You need a special sub to get access to the retire machines and challenges. Then if you want to do learning, you need another sub. So there's academy.hackthebox.com, which is an incredible platform I've showcased at other places, but Academy is more like the TryHackMe guided rooms where there's guided learning journeys and these guided paths that are really well done, but now you have to pay more money for that. And I think you're looking at $20 a month for a silver sub. Unless you're a student, you get it for $8 a month. But just there's a lot of money you have to pay if you want full access to all of the Hack the Box content. Except for I think the tier 0 stuff might be free in Hack the Box Academy, but the rest of it costs money. It would be helpful in Hack the Box if there was one sub that I could pay that gave me access to everything, but instead I have all these different subs I have to pay in order to get access to all of the content. But overall, I really enjoy Hack the Box, and my recommendation on Hack the Box is it is a lot more difficult than TryHackMe. So if you are brand new to cybersecurity, just getting into the field of pen testing, I do not recommend starting with Hack the Box because you will very quickly be overwhelmed and in over your head. Even on the Academy platform, it assumes you have quite a bit of basic foundational knowledge. And if you don't have that basic foundational knowledge, to be honest, you're just going to get frustrated and you're probably going to quit because it is just too hard coming into it as a beginner. So if you are new to the field, I do not recommend Hack the Box. But if you are a pen tester, if you're more experienced in the field, Hack the Box is an incredible platform. Let's talk about TryHackMe. So here we are on the main TryHackMe dashboard. You can see I've done a lot of TryHackMe. I'm in the top 1%, and I've also created official machines for TryHackMe, and I'm rocking a TryHackMe shirt. So guys, I'm a big fan of TryHackMe, and not just for beginners. I learned a lot of stuff from TryHackMe, even as someone who works in the field, but the rooms I really enjoy are the guided rooms that teach you a concept. I like to take notes as I go through it. So for example, we have all these different learning paths. So if I just jump over to learning paths, we have very guided learning paths on all these different things. The red teaming learning path is amazing. The red team capstone by my friend Amoeba Man is hands down one of the best networks I've ever come across. But you have all these different learning paths. You have a bunch of challenges. Guys, for the price, TryHackMe is amazing. Even with the completely free TryHackMe account, you get access to a bunch of content, a bunch of labs that do not cost you a dime. So when it comes to affordability, TryHackMe is much more affordable and much more accessible than Hack the Box. There's one sub if you do choose to get a premium sub, which I recommend. I think it's well worth the money. You pay one sub and then you get access to all of the content. The exception is there's some cloud content. If we go over to cloud training here, which I have done, I created a YouTube playlist where I work through all of this live with the permission of TryHackMe. Once again, showing like they're amazing when it comes to content streaming friendliness, but they have this add-on that you can pay separate for to get access to their AWS training. But outside of that, for one premium sub, you get access to everything. I don't remember the total price, but it is really affordable. I think it's $90 for the entire year or something along those lines. So TryHackMe, if you are a beginner to the field, or if you're at a spot where you can't afford a bunch of crazy subs like Hack the Box, sub to TryHackMe, do that one premium sub, and you get access to a bunch of content, a bunch of really well done learning paths, both blue team and a red team, and even some introductory type stuff. So if you're new to the field, TryHackMe hands down is the place that I would recommend. But then I haven't answered the question. Which platform is better, TryHackMe or Hack the Box? And my answer, honestly, is it depends. I have subs to Hack the Box as main platform. I have a gold sub to Hack the Box Academy, which means I have access to all of the material in Hack the Box Academy. And I have a premium sub to TryHackMe that I've had for the past 3 years. And I have to give kudos to TryHackMe. TryHackMe got me to where I'm at today. TryHackMe is a platform that I started on, and TryHackMe has been super supportive of me, like as a person, as a content creator. I love the THM team. I know a lot of them really well. I got to hang out with a bunch of them at DEF CON. They invite me to do Advent of Cyber. They invite me to participate in a bunch of things. I even signed an NDA with them, so can't obviously share much on that NDA, but I'll be partnering with them to revamp some of their content to make it even better. So really, it does depend. I love TryHackMe. I also love Hack the Box. Whether one is better than the other depends on your situation in your career. Both have their strengths. Both have their weaknesses. If you can afford it, I recommend subs to both. which is what I do. But if you can't afford it, if money is an issue, I would recommend TryHackMe. If you can afford it and you're more experienced, I would recommend Hack the Box. So curious what you guys think. Let me know in the comments if I am completely wrong, if you think I'm crazy for my thoughts on this. I know a bunch of people have talked about this, but I think mine is unique where I use both of the platforms all of the time. So I have a unique vantage point into both of them and their particular strengths and weaknesses. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. For those of you watching the live stream, let me know in the chat what you think and we can chat about it. But hey, thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.